No. But we, I don't know if you want to do it into that, or I think we've been voting on it, but we had a nomination for the Energy Commission. So we'll do that after. That was good.
Motion made second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Public input.
Susan Johnson called me. And said that you were handling the situation for her.
Yes, sir.
And then, have you received that? Johnson say that.
No, sir, not that, unless it might have come in today. But
She told me that she sent a check for $25,000 to get them home. And what I need to know is, how can we spend that? And it spells that out in his will. And so if I could have a copy of that when you get it, I'd appreciate it. I thought it was gonna be more. Unfortunately.
very generous.
Somebody donated $25,000 to this?
With the palm, yes.
Excellent.
Pete Johnson,
Pete Johnson did?
That's amazing.
and
That's awesome.
$25,000 was donated last year for the Main Street beautification, which includes Wickham Hall lights and Christmas decorations and all that. So that's like $50,000, I mean, because of Wickham Hall being here and West Swanzey and just in this last year. And Pete, I thought was going to match Marion Brown's gift for the Historic Museum. But he had some trouble toward the end with the management of the hall was going, they didn't like it. Unfortunately.
So your concerns is how it's spent that money and into this hall? It's basically for here.
It's for here, I know it's for here, and I know it's for upkeep.
It's for
But
what?
I don't know, I don't have any other
Upkeep.
to upkeep the building. And I'd
Like painting the building?
what's that?
Like painting the building?
It probably could. I don't know that because I haven't read,
Oh, he wrote some things when he sent it in. He said he wrote,
well, there's restrictions on
There is.
gifts, and that is to maintain the facility. And so I'm hoping that I can get a copy of that so I understand what he really wanted.
Very generous.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your service to what's going to be in the town of Swanzey.
Sir.
You've done a great job for us.
Any other public input? Seeing none. New business, request to sell Girl Scout cookies at Town Hall. The hard no, right?
Yeah. Probably something normal, just another. I think so.
They do a drive through
Drive
thing,
through,
yeah.
yes. So,
I think it was something they started during COVID. The drive-through part of it.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe they could do it as an open house at the fire station, pull the trucks out.
Drive to the fire station, without some cookies, good idea. No concerns with that, right?
Consensus? Go buy some cookies. This is in here.
So, yeah.
What that?
That's the right for the donkeys.
That also. Right, painting RFPs for Town Hall and Whitcomb Hall.
So last year, you know, we tried to get proposals for Whitcomb Hall, we waited a little too late in the spring, I think, so trying to jump on it early.
Good idea.
So Town Hall, especially with a lot of the other sprucing up, is starting to show some of the areas that didn't hold up so well. So I don't know if you want to do these together, do one and then see how it goes, and then do the other one, or whatever we get going on.
So what's your thoughts on maybe we get the front half of the range? That still needs some paint, right? No, I'm serious.
No, it really, yeah.
Right,
I'd like.
without too much
I'd like to wait and see hear what we hear next week. But
What, can you refresh me what's actually, I missed the beginning of this. We're talking about getting bids for the painting.
Request for
Early.
proposals.
yeah,
Request for proposals, RFPs.
Oh, okay.
So we
Because
put an
last
ad
year we
out.
waited until later in the spring or early summer. Initially got no quotes and then got quotes that we thought were fairly expensive.
So how did we get into the Grange? It was for the Grange and this, you think?
No, Wickham Hall and Town Hall need it. But we've been trying to paint at least the front of the Grange,
So look
Yeah,
at these
couple
and
years.
then people go by.
just to stop, yeah.
Well, getting bids ain't gonna hurt us, getting them early, I think it's a good idea, I mean, so we could. Maybe we could get it out of the way.
It's the same white, right?
Last year, we were gonna try to paint this hall, weren't we? Last year, was it? We didn't get it done,
Brought it up, but they couldn't find a decent price,
it was too high, right?
and I think probably one of the prices was acceptable, but it wasn't the greatest price in the world. You know, it was acceptable, it was reasonable. And when we do it this year, we'll try to find somebody that's a little more reasonable and see if they can do it this year.
When you want to have bids in mind.
So there's our official painter told me, we should pressure wash the building every year and get off the dirt. So we don't have this maintenance problem in the future.
Very good, consensus?
I think it makes sense anyway with what you suggested, because if we get blowback next week, then. So to get, or isn't a part.
Just on the board. Do you want one vendor for all three, or do you want to piece them out separately?
Whatever works financially.
Yeah, I don't know if you maybe it's too big, I really don't know the logistics, and if it's better to, sometimes better to lump stuff together. Sometimes you make it too big and you make it so the little guys. Either option,
You can word it like a all-in portion, right?
or if there's a.
Yeah, we're gonna take bids for 3 different buildings.
So just for.
What is that?
What size?
You did it for- I mean, if you want to pop over and just look at it, see if the north or the south really need it. You know,
Yep.
contract for general assessing, the mayor's office assessing.
This was, we talked about this a couple weeks ago now, it was down in the wire, that's it like. 3:30. That point where Christine and I are comfortable with it, we've added some language within the amount we have budgeted for this, and it's a 1-year agreement. For general assessment.
We normally do it for you.
No, I think normally we've done them in either 4 or 5 year blocks along with the revaluation.
That is a reason for a single year.
Just to see if we can work out some challenges we've had over the last year or so, 6 months. Primarily communication based, not value based, but admin follow-up.
So normally, we've done contracts for a longer period of time.
Correct.
You wanna cut this back to a year. Because you felt there's some issues and you would like us to see if we can fix these issues, so we're not locked into a long term. And we continue with these issues. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, correct.
So is it 25
Yes,
for 1 year for this particular?
right.
We're coming up to the appeals. So
Well, those are covered under the last, so the abatements
Amen.
for this reval, we're in the last reval contract, so those are all.
So even if we didn't do this, he would be on the clock for those. So, okay.
So we do have a choice to say no and yes.
Yeah, but I don't know what your alternative is. We need someone to do general assessing for this year. We got all those nice commercial developments that we want to get on the tax roll. You need
Correct.
licensed assessor to, or certified assessor to
And so this would just come back to the table in a year from now, before the year's out.
Correct.
And just, is he aware of that you're gonna cut his contract down? And you actually told him this is what happened with that?
Yes.
Oh, very good. You wanna keep this?
You've already-
Consensus.
So you want a motion?
Either way, it's
You
fine.
want a signature?
We already got the signatures.
So do we need a motion to accept the 1-year contract?
Consensus maybe,
Okay,
as we sign. Deliberative session preparations as needed.
So it's needed, so we have to finalize the budget warrant at last meeting, got everything for Monday.
Sound system,
Sound system?
sound system.
I will make sure that is functioning. Right here.
so we're upstairs.
Black jackets, maybe?
Functioning sound system.
Here it's guaranteed.
So what is our alternative? We have, what's our plan B when the door opens up and we fill up upstairs and we have no more room for people? Are we gonna have a plan B? Or are we just gonna jam them in upstairs?
There's a lot of seats when you consider. the
Yeah,
balcony.
okay. I'm just wondering, should we think about using downstairs somehow, but I know what it would take, take something down here, right?
You wanna get the, talk to the school about, in case we need it,
And that is about
kind
it.
of adjourn them.
I don't know, I just think I'm scared of having not a backup plan because that means how important it's gonna be for everybody to hear this and we're gonna stand there. And, uh-oh. I don't know, and this is a big year, I think a lot of people could show up. No?
I don't think the school, I think you either do the school or you don't do the school. I don't think you do it as a backup, trying to get people from here over to the school.
No, not at that time. I think it would have to be at least a week later, right?
I think if you adjourn to a date, if you recess to a date and location certain, I don't think you have to re-notice it.
No,
But we will have our attorney there, so.
Oh, wait a minute, are you saying that if so many people show up? Another day, we go to the school and we say no? Wow,
no, we're not saying. It. No, what Sly is suggesting is that if we are overwhelmed with people, that we postpone the meeting to a time and date certain. And then we'd have to coordinate that with the school to see what they have available.
Would we have to call it to order and then
Yes. Yeah, and then we'll keep the meeting.
adjourn it, or what's the?
No.
Recess.
Recess it, and then reconvene.
And that's what we did when we had the blizzard.
You wanna call on Monday and just, or I'm sorry, tomorrow, thinking what's this Friday?
Would you want at the auditorium, the annex, don't care?
The annex is gonna be big enough for at least
If
auditorium,
this is.
and, try and do it as close to Tuesday as you can, only meaning probably a Saturday,
Either, yeah, they probably do Wednesday or Saturday, right?
because that's gonna kick our town meeting a little bit, right?
No,
We have
that's the-
17 clear days or something, or-
Because you can have deliberative as early as this Saturday, which school does, or as late as the following Saturday, so I think as long as you're within that
the
window.
following.
Yeah,
I think going forward, we ought to do that anyway, just for weather issues. Of a backup.
Well, that's up to Bruce. So he would have to have that coordinated.
Right, but can't we pick the location? We did the
That
location
is
as well as
right.
calls the meeting, right?
We've got to make sure he's available.
We can hope for winter next year. Also deliberative session,
so that's our plan B, we're gonna go to the school and change a week later or
if
whatever.
we need it.
Okay,
I'd like to suggest that we do sort of a hybrid town hall, our town meeting. Where we have the department heads prepared, Michael prepared to have their spreadsheet put up on the screen. So that if we do get an amendment requested to reduce the budget to either level fund or 1.4% increase, which is what was proposed at the budget hearing, that we could call on the department heads, including Michael, to indicate what items would have to be pulled out, because we'd be looking at about $500,000 reduction in addition to the $400,000 reduction we've already done. And that way, people would understand. I don't want to be there with somebody saying, I make this amendment to reduce the budget to 1.4% increase, and it's up to you to figure out how to spend it.
And that's what you have.
Yeah, and so I want people to
See where it's coming
see
from.
where it's coming from. And
Now that same meeting, it was brought up, I believe, that the school was at 1.4%, but then I read in the Sentinel letter 3.
no, it was 3. It was said it was 3.
And you said that?
Yeah, I don't remember who said it, but somebody said it was 3.
I thought you said 1.4, and that's what it was.
I think you might have said that's what you wanted them to be at.
Yeah,
Well, he's gonna bring it up for them too.
yeah, that's fine with that, whatever. But I don't want the onus to be put on.
Yep.
The two of us plus one. People deserve to know where the cuts are gonna be made.
Right.
That would be the least painless, as opposed to
We
draconian stuff.
wouldn't even know that.
No, but the department heads would know, like Joe DeRusso could say.
We can put the big budget sheets right up there with the department head up there, so everybody can see it. That's what you want, right? Makes sense.
I just think what we talked about and worked out with Michael are cuts that some of which is money that's budgeted just in case. And we're not gonna find 4 police officers April 1st. But we have the budget for that. So we've cut some of that out. And understanding they may not come in until June or August or whatever. But now we would be really making, yeah. So what do people want?
Right.
Bob, I would suggest that we plan on going to the school. Cause that way, if we're a little short, that's fine, but if we have the room there, we don't have to reschedule a meeting, so that'd be my suggestion, that we just go to the school, period.
Now, we've already posted the meeting for Tuesday here.
Oh,
So we have to meet here and
Okay.
then reconvene at the school.
Okay.
If we do change, so,
okay,
thank you.
And if we do that, we can make that announcement, or Bruce can make that announcement up to 2 hours prior to the meeting. I think that's what we did for the school.
I think whether it's specific, you wouldn't
Oh, is
know,
it
you wouldn't know
specific?
that
Yeah,
you
you
have
wouldn't know.
options there or either.
So we have to
We
just.
have to see how many people show up. Anything else on deliberative? Administrative update.
I'm leaving.
I had no idea the last time we met about that.
Say this every meeting.
I think you've lost him.
Hold up for more money,
Lost him.
Is there really a pierogi restaurant in Wyndham?
let you know.
Is that what you had to go to Wyndham?
No,
I think it'd be for either Peterborough or Rebecca.
Correspondence?
Just I wanted to note that I added some more things to the pending board matters project, trying to add a little bit more. Detail for some of those. So we had a kickoff of the wastewater treatment plant study, and Joe mentioned that at a prior meeting. We had a site visit and meeting with the state, so that's looking at completion potentially by October. And a solar array at West Swanzey is the Swanzey solar, sewer plant, is underway, hopefully getting the trail up there. We're still just trying to determine if they have to go to the zoning board or not, for, site. For a setback variance,
Which one is that?
for the solar array.
Also,
Route 32 at Martin Brook. Is that not on the schedule for this year? Oh,
Not on the schedule for this year.
nice.
where's the hole at?
No, I don't think any single place, but just state and engineers, so a combination. It's still slow progress.
I think July floods are all.
I think it's different conditions and stuff, but maybe.
The new governor's gonna have challenges with DES.
Public input. None, entertain a motion to go on.
But yeah, Bob, I have a question, since Michael's leaving, who's gonna have anybody take over the interim?
We're gonna discuss that.
So I have a recommendation.
Fill it out, the application. And give us your resume.
No, I don't want it. It's the young lady that sits over at the end of the table.
Not there now.
No, she disappeared. Did she leave town too?
Megan,
Because of
Yeah.
personnel issues, we need to discuss that in non-public, so
We appreciate your suggestions.
thank you. Anything else?
Picking us up.
Looks like we're looking for B, Jimmy.
make a motion to go in non-public under the second.
Aye. Thank you. You're the first one.